Call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
Suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah, I'm sad, I know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Ah, il aurait pu, yeah. Je t'aime. Oh, à la folie. Oh,
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit. Hey! Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot bar. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
My lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit All eyes on me. This is America. Don't get you. Call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah, I'm sad, I know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Ah, il aurait pu, yeah. Je t'aime. Oh, à la folie. Oh,
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit. Hey! Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot bar. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
My lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit All eyes on me. This is America. Don't get you. Call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah, I'm sad, I know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Ah, il aurait pu, yeah. Je t'aime. Oh, à la folie. Oh,
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit. Hey! Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot bar. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
My lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit All eyes on me. This is America. Don't get you. Call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah, I'm sad, I know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Ah, il aurait pu, yeah. Je t'aime. Oh, à la folie. Oh,
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit. Hey! Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot bar. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
My lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit All eyes on me. This is America. Don't get you. Call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah, I'm sad, I know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Ah, il aurait pu, yeah. Je t'aime. Oh, à la folie. Oh,
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit. Hey! Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot bar. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
My lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit All eyes on me. This is America. congratulations.
Suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah, I'm sad, I know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Je t'aime, à la folie.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit. Hey! Raindrop, drop, smoking, no cooking, the hot box. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
Come, my lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit
All eyes on me. This is America. Don't get you. You used to call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
Suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah, I'm sad, I know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Je t'aime, à la folie.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit. Hey! Raindrop, drop, smoking, no cooking, the hot box. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
Come, my lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit
What is up, guys? Dashy here, and we are live for Shockwave number 172. What a show we have got in store, my fine fellow friends. Whew, it's a big one, and we are getting things started with a tag team battle royale that will determine who's next to challenge Carlos Corvo and Joey Bacon for their World Tag Team Championship. And guys, Cerberus, represented here by the Pitbull Perry Heenan and the Big Dog Pierre Thompson. Well, they've already defeated Carlos Corvo and Joey Bacon in a non-title matchup a few weeks ago. So they know if they can earn number one contendership, their odds of taking the gold from the KO Kid in Big Ham, well, the odds in their favor. But of course, getting ahead of ourselves here, they have to actually win this matchup first. A tag team battle royal, 4 teams, both members of a team have to be eliminated. Got to get tossed over the top rope, both their feet got to hit the floor. In order for that team to be eliminated, last team standing earns the championship opportunity. Well, guys, here are the former Pro Wrestling Japan Tag Team Champions. By the way, Pro Wrestling Japan Tag Team Championship on the line a bit later on as Team Luger will challenge the Fighting Champions Skybound The Skybound who took the titles from Toxic Company a few weeks back. What an opportunity, though, for these two nasty boys here to bounce back. Dastardly Dallas and Terrible Terry looking to get some gold back around their waists. Well, my friends, we're also going to have our final King of the Hill qualifying match a little bit later on. That 6th spot will be filled, and then we will have our final 6 set in stone who will do battle in just a couple of weeks at Absolution. World Championship opportunity on the line at Ascendance 14, of course. How about our main event, though? Could be a match of the year contender, I have a feeling. Bryan Dynamic of Cerberus goes one-on-one with the global champion Cam Harris. Guys, ahead of Cam Harris, of course, defending that global championship against Quantum at Absolution. And as we heard last episode of Shockwave, Quantum backing himself into a corner. He has said that if he cannot take the global championship from Cam Harris at Absolution, he will never challenge for a world championship ever again. It is truly do or die for the Hall of Famer in San Juan, my friends. I'm sure Quantum will be watching that mid-event matchup very closely here. Split decision. The O'Reilly twins, Payne and Abel, looking for what would be their first championship opportunity here in CMV. Speaking of paying attention, though, I'm sure that Carlos Corvo and Joey Bacon, well, maybe at least Carlos Corvo. Joey Bacon is more than likely busy in catering right now, I would guess, but Carlos Corvo is probably watching this matchup. Of course, though, he is set for action a little bit later on. Guys, our first matchup in the very first ever Kumite tournament. Well, the very first action of our new Shockwave General Manager, Martin Krietzky. Adam Valentine is out. Martin Krietzky in, the father of our Divine Champion, Bryn Historian. Yes, it was his first act as General Manager of Shockwave, being apparently a huge fan of the film Bloodsport, to put together a Kumite tournament that will reach its end at Ascendance 14, says Krietzky, with the winner becoming the very first ever Kumite champion here in CMV. It's going to be Saburo Iwagami and Carlos Corvo in our very first round matchup later on. Here is Haim, certainly going to be the fan favorite team for this #1 contenders match. Roderick Devaney, the Magic Man, and Big Ginger Owen O'Rourke finally back together after this past month or so. Owen O'Rourke been going it solo, challenging Emma Jones for the Intercontinental Championship back at Wildcard unsuccessfully. Now it's time to get back to tag team work. Gonna be bumping heads with their old rivals, Toxic Company here. So who gets the next crack at Carlos Corvo and Joey Bacon? Let's find out. Tag Team Battle Royal. We've not had very many of these in CMV history. I think this may very well only be the 4th, maybe 5th Tag Team Battle Royal ever. And again, both members of the team have to be eliminated, not just one, in order for that team to be entirely eliminated from this matchup. I don't know what Roderick Devaney is doing, just chilling up on the top. Here goes Owen O'Rourke as well, Big Ginger. Gonna think about flying here, cross body to Pierre Thompson. Nobody eliminated yet. When we talk about Carlos Corvo in action right here tonight, guys, Joey Bacon is also going to be in action. He will be in that final King of the Hill qualifier. And guys, look, Joey Bacon is undefeated in Battle Royale matches. Winner of last year's King of the Hill match. If you're a betting man, you've got to be putting your money on Bacon for that final qualifier a bit later on. Feel bad for the 5 other competitors, but couple of referees being taken out. Not too surprising in a match like this. I don't even know why there's a referee in the ring for this kind of match. It should be at ringside, but probably the kind of match you would need a couple of referees for, honestly. Still nobody eliminated. These paired hands perhaps drag Dallas into the corner. Owen O'Rourke could be our first casualty. He's able to hang on though, gets back in. We are on the road, my friends, to Ascendance 14. Our first pit stop just a couple weeks away. We'll be in San Juan, Puerto Rico for our annual all-world velocity and absolution. Huge weekend that's going to be. And then, of course, will be Purgatory, the last roadblock before this show of shows itself, Ascendance 14. And then also, guys, coming up a bit later on, the official in-ring debut of Jason Payne, a man who made waves last Shockwave, attacking his former tag team partner Diamante, almost cost him the Intercontinental Championship, but of course Diamante still managed to pull through. I'm sure Diamante will be watching that matchup. And Owen O'Rourke looks to take out the Pitbull. Big Ginger gonna send the Pitbull packing. There's our first elimination. Peter Thompson immediately going to try to get some payback, but O'Rourke's got him down too. I believe that is Abel O'Reilly trying for a flying clothesline. Roderick Reddy instead with the crunchy. Get him up and over though. That's the problem when you knock out an opponent in a battle royal match. Then you have to pick up all that dead weight trying to get it over the top of it. Dastardly Dallas going to take out Owen O'Rourke here. Got Big Ginger teetering up on the top. Fights his way back in though. Does the proprietor of O'Rourke's Sports Bar still got to try that O'Rourke Slammer one of these days. The Irish aren't necessarily known for their cheeseburgers, but it does sound pretty good. Ooh, man. Abel O'Reilly getting spiked with that poison rana, courtesy of the Magic Man. Only had one elimination so far. Perry Heenan. But Cerberus not eliminated yet. Peter Thompson still in there. World Tag Team Championship opportunity on the line. Can O'Rourke completely take out Cerberus? Looks like he's going to try to do that here. Also coming up, my friends, we're going to hear from Mr. Climb to Fame, Alan Wagner. Got a lot on his, Montoya, I should say. Still living in last season. We're going to hear from Mr. Climb to Fame as Terrible Terry is eliminated. That had to especially feel good for Owen O'Rourke to take out Terry. But there's Dallas instantly making him pay for it. Dallas still in there though. Ford Toxic Company looks to eliminate Roderick Maney. Skins the cat. Does Dallas to get back into the ring. Now it's Devaney who's in trouble. Saves himself as Peter Thompson's got the right idea here. Staying off to the side. Avoiding confrontation. Think it for me, I lasted longer than anyone else in the Royal Rumble match 2021, so I know what I'm talking about. There's a little fun fact for you might not have known. Seems to me like Kane here wants to eliminate Roderick Devaney with the refs in the way. Trying to say that really shouldn't be a ref in the ring for a match like this. Backstabber to Devaney as meanwhile Abel it's almost put to the canvas with that spine buster. Irish whip has him hanging out for dear life, and he does get eliminated. Here's twin brother Kane to the rescue. Too little too late though. So the only team fully intact at this point is Payne. Huge advantage for them with a World Tag Team Championship opportunity hanging in the balance here. Payne O'Reilly working on the arm of Owen O'Rourke. Not a bad strategy in a battle royal. The injured opponent's arm, they won't be able to hang on to the ropes when you try to eliminate them. They'll have no leverage whatsoever Not half bad at all by Kane O'Reilly. Some smarts on this young kid. Roderick Devaney, can he completely eliminate the O'Reilly twins? Kane hanging out the best he can, but yes! Split decision has been entirely eliminated. But Dallas gonna stop Owen O'Rourke from chucking him out. Haim is cleaning house here. Oh, but Owen O'Rourke is eliminated by Dallas, but no chance to even follow up on that as Roderick Devaney spikes him on his chrome dome. We are down to the final three now. It's Pierre Thompson for Cerberus, Dallas for Toxic Company guys, and Roderick Devaney for Haim to see who will get a World Tag Team Championship opportunity. Dallas gonna look to entirely take out Haim. Slamming the Magic Man face first off the top turnbuckle, but Devaney still got some fight left in him. Pierre Thompson, maybe he can capitalize on the animosity between Dallas and Roderick Devaney here. Punch to the gut, though, of the former CMV champion. Devaney trying to score big. Elbows to the midsection. And sky high. Woo! That is what I call a highlight, baby. Golly, and I think that's going to be it. Up and over. Roderick Devaney is eliminated. We are down to the final two. Will it be Dallas for Toxic Company or Pierre Thompson for Cerberus? Big punch there from Pierre Thompson, but Dallas coming back with a chop. Two tough SOBs right here, just laying into each other. Right hook from Dallas. Pierre Thompson tries to respond in kind, that knee to the gut, just turn things around instantly. And Dallas looking for some refuge here in the corner, but Pierre Thompson all over him. Gonna yeet him up out of the corner. Holy shit, into an alley-oop. Call that a three-pointer right there. Pierre Thompson with Perry Heaton still at ringside. He was the first one eliminated. Stuck around though to support his tag team partner. He was getting the World Tag Team Championship opportunity. Dallas looking to score it for Toxic Company, but Pierre Thompson with a drop kick. Backs up the biker. And Pierre, who has accomplished a whole lot in his CMV career, he has never been a tag team champion though. And miscommunication perhaps, but it gives Dallas an opening. That might be all the opening he needs. Pierre tries to think fast. Irish whip off the ropes. And the play of the day. Dallas seeing stars. And Pierre Thompson. No, Dallas. That crafty son of a gun. Able to get that knee up. Pierre pushing him up against the ropes though. Act quick, Pierre. Dallas. To the outside. Pierre Thompson for Cerberus. Earning he and Perry Heaton a World Tag Team Championship opportunity. And so it will be Cerberus challenging Carlos Corvo and Joey Bacon for the World Tag Team Championship. And again, the last time those two teams met, Cerberus was victorious. As we see Thompson chuck out the dastardly Dallas. Pierre got busted open at some point. I didn't even see that. Well, Pat LaFave can certainly only be happy right now. Great start to the evening for Cerberus.
Yeah, you know the vibe.
bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda, yeah. Make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah.
And the action continue, my friends, here on Shockwave number 172. Got ourselves a little bit of a champion versus champion match coming up next, as the Zero G champion, Madison Quinn, set to take on the Lucha Libre Magica women's champion, SJ Ray, guys. But it is official in San Juan, Puerto Rico. In just a couple weeks, guys, Madison Quinn will be making her next defense of the Zero G Championship against Yesenia Beckett, who has had the champion's number over these last couple of weeks, even defeating Madison Quinn in a non-title matchup. Quite the opportunity for this young upstart Beckett, though, who's only been in CMV, guys, a little over a month or so. But the thing about Madison Quinn is, and we've seen this time and again, when the lights are on brightest and when it matters most, that's when Madison Quinn is at her best. See, last month, I don't think really anybody gave Madison Quinn a chance of retaining that Zero G Championship against Su Jin, who was on just such an unreal hot streak. But guess what? When the title was on the line, Madison Quinn walked out still champion. And I got a feeling people are counting out Madison Quinn again. And that's going to be their mistake come ferocity. But at the same time, a lot going on in the mind of Madison Quinn, I'm sure. A situation between, well, her good friend Danielle Davis and the Hall of Famer Ashley Ray, who tag up together a little bit later on, going against Crystal Violet and Apathy. Madison Quinn almost seeming a little bit jealous about this situation developing between the, former tag team partners, longtime pals, and Danielle Davis and Ashley Ray. Ray trying to get Davis out of the funk that she's been in ever since losing the Divine Championship in Paris. Well, it's been a whirlwind of a couple of weeks for SJ Ray, but I'd say a hell of a start to her singles career here in CMV, capturing that Lucha Libre Magica Women's Championship in Mexico. The former women's tag team champion, one half of the tag team of the year, trying to keep her momentum on the up and up as we head toward the biggest show in CMV history. Ascendance 14 on the horizon. This will be, Media Outcast's very first Ascendance. I feel like they've been here forever, but not even a full year yet. I'm trying to remember exactly when they debuted. It was a couple of months after Ascendance 13. They debuted, of course, at that, what was it called? Casual Affair. Surprise challengers for the Mighty Bees Women's Tag Team Championship. Not even a full year yet. Or am I wrong? Wait a minute. I might be wrong about them. I completely misremembered. Hang on. Give my dashing brain a second here. I'm trying to recall the timeline of events. So that was... No, they did debut. Okay, they had... I think it actually has been just a little over a year. They did debut before Ascendance 13. I am mistaken. See, it caught up to me. I just needed a second. So here we go. Champion versus champion. Madison Quinn looking for what I would say is some much needed momentum heading into Ferocity. where she's going to defend that Zero-G championship of hers against Asinya Beckett. It's a hot start, though, from SJ Ray. Age-old clash here. The power of Madison Quinn against the speed and agility, as we're already seeing from SJ Ray. Goes up to Brett's rope now to line up her shot. Damn, Madison Quinn gave her the old sidestep, though. Chop to the chest. Tries for a kick. Damn, man. Like it's 1999 up in here. Got ourselves a reversal test. Stiff looking European uppercut. And coming up next, my friends, we have the official in-ring debut of Jason Payne, the man who put all of Shockwave, but especially Diamante, on notice last episode of Shockwave. Still, we'll be hearing from Mr. Climb to Fame, Alan Montoya, as well as our final King of the Hill qualifier. Who's going to get that 6th and last spot? The competed absolution. Springboard elbow drop attempted there by SJ Ray. Able to get out of the way, though. Madison Quinn, for somebody her size, is very fast. As we just saw right there, now a pile driver. Nothing pretty about the offense of Madison Quinn. In fact, I would describe it as ugly. Peel SJ up off the canvas. Combination we've seen many times from Madison Quinn. Pulled up into a spine buster, so destructive. Is everything Quinn does, much like her brother Hunter. Now, pulled up into a powerbomb. Yeah, Madison has completely taken over at this point. SJ Ray, in a desperate bid to get out of there, rolls out onto the apron. But Madison says, "Where do you think you're going?" Big punch, tries for another forearm smash, gonna back her up though. Scissors pin. There's that athleticism from Madison Quinn I was talking about a moment ago. Madison will try for a super kick out of the corner. Up to the second rope, the Zero-G champion, Madison Quinn has had that championship. Oh, what a wheel kick. But wait a minute. Did you guys see that? Yes. Asinya Beckett has just taken the Zero-G championship from the timekeepers area. Madison has now realized that, saying, "What the hell do you think you're doing?" Well, obviously, Beckett is being a bit cheeky, but SJ Ray gonna capitalize on the opening there. Beckett trying to show us what's gonna happen at Ferocity. Her walking out as the new Zero-G champion. Madison Quinn said, "Not so fast." I think that's exactly what Beckett wanted. Now SJ Ray with a huge hangleg kick, but both women are down. Ray to her feet. Zero-G championship on the floor. And get this one back into the ring. The referee's already up to a count of 5. Not showing any leniency whatsoever. Oh, and Madison gonna grab SJ by the back and then throw her into the ring. And this one will not be ending in a count out as Madison goes all the way to the top rope. Drop straight across the chest of the Lucha Libre National Women's Champion. Able to evade that senton. Just like that, in the corner with nowhere to go. Repeated headbutts from Ray now as SJ lines Madison Quinn up. Going knee to the side of the head. Think about Madison Quinn, though. Thick-headed. Figuratively and literally. Knee like that might be enough to take out a normal person, but not Madison Quinn. SJ Ray gonna stay on the attack as she climbs up to the second rope. Looks maybe a clothesline or something. Madison avoids it now, a double underhook. Ooh, turned into a sort of suplex there, but obviously Madison is gassed. Struggles to get to her feet. She does. To Brett's rope for another knee drop. Stays dropping the knees on SJ Ray. That was a desperate super kick right there. Lucky for SJ, It connected into the pin with a kick out of 2. Madison being the veteran that she is. Picking herself up, but that might be, oh man, exactly where SJ wanted her. Breaking neck foundation. Big donation made right there. But still, like I said, thick-headed, thick-necked is Madison Quinn. That might be the only reason she was able to kick out of that breaking neck foundation. And saying that, though, it certainly hurt her, and SJ knows it. An attempt was made. And nobody, not even I, can deny that. But SJ going to try to make up for it, sending Madison into the corner. Damn, more headbutts. Talking about hard-headed. Justin Ray trying to show us how thick her head is. Up against the ropes, though. Irish whip on the rebound. Oh, what a spear from Madison Quinn. That's going to be like a Mack truck hitting you head on. And not done either. We've seen this before. The elevated triangle choke. Trying to squeeze the life out of SJ Ray. But man, what fight from the Lucha Libre Magic Women's Champion. Inverting atomic, dropping a discus clothesline. What a match this is. Despite the momentary intrusion by Asinia Beckett, SJ looking like she might not have any idea where she is right now, though. And Madison staying on her like a monkey on a cupcake. Didn't see that elbow coming, though. Time to stand 10 toes down. Slap across the face. Right hook the right home to your mama about. Locked there by SJ Ray. Knife edge chop. Giving it right back to her, though. These two standing back. Look at SJ Ray with that lightning offense. Another Pele kick. Madison stunned. Gotta be out of pure instinct. Crawls into the corner of it again. I think that's exactly where SJ wanted her. Oh my God! Breaking neck foundation from the top! Count to 1,000! 1, 2, 3! What a victory for SJ Ray! And I guess if a regular breaking neck foundation won't get the job done, just take it up a couple of notches. You're not going to see anyone kicking out of that. I think I saw Madison's soul leave her body on that landing. Get another look at this. Chris Diamond would be proud. Well, a result that I'm sure Asinia Beckett loves to see. Things continuing to look up for SJ Ray.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the mood. Say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. At the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never draining my cup. If you wanna ride, better change your lane, cause we driving fast.
And coming up next here on Shockwave number 172, the debut of the man they call Jason Payne. Man, almost. I hesitate to say that word, man, after what we saw him do to Diamante last Shockwave. I think it's just a testament to the toughness, the resolve of Diamante, that he was still able to come back after that attack and defeat Emmett Jones to become the new Intercontinental Champion. And obviously, that tag team partnership, that friendship, out the window as Jason Payne arrives here in CMV. And, well, he's not alone either, as there is the now former Intercontinental Champion, Emmett Jones. And, you know, was potentially there's some money involved in Jason Payne betraying Diamante? More than likely. But more than that, Jason Payne said that he wanted to send a message upon arriving here in CMV that he won't be, this is his own words again, won't be held back by Diamante. He wants to rise to the top here in CMV. He doesn't want to be shackled to Diamante any longer. And that's why he did what he did. Well, I'm not entirely familiar with Jason Payne's work. I liked what I saw last Shockwave, even though I am a fan of Diamante, I've said, but I like the little snippet we saw from this man. I'm sure we're going to see all that we need to here, though, as he makes his debut and taking on, look, unfortunately, let's all say a quick prayer, can we? For my man's Eddie Balls here, because I got a feeling this is, well, this might not go very well for him. I'm not going to entirely count out Eddie Balls, but I have a little feeling that he's not in for a very good time here in the ring with Jason Payne. So here we go, Eddie Balls, Jason Payne. Look at how big this guy is. The referee hasn't even rang the bell yet before Jason Payne, like a bull being let loose from its pen, just charged Eddie Balls with that big boot and now just beating the hell out of him. Jason Payne, you know how they used to describe men as barrel-chested back in the day? I think that's pretty apt for somebody like Jason Payne. Well, it's Eddie Balls who's feeling the pain right now. Look at the power of Payne. And Emmett Jones just got a huge smile on his face as he's watching from ringside. Maybe things didn't necessarily go to plan last Shockwave, but Emmett Jones has invested, if not money, time into Jason Payne here and looking for that investment to pay off. I don't think he's going to be disappointed. DDT! Yeah, that just busted Eddie Balls open. And I think Payne has seen that like a great white shark in the deep blue sea. Payne going right in for the kill. Gonna grab Eddie by the hair, drag him into the corner. Damn, slammed him face first off the top. Turnbuckle. Balls, though. Got a little bit of fight in him. Enzu lariat. Gonna shut that shit down real quick. And here's some disgusting looking knees right upside the head. I'm loving every single second of this. So is Emmett Jones. Maybe not Diamante. Certainly not Eddie Balls. Still trying to fight back, though. Just gets yeeted overhead. Like it ain't no thing but a chicken wang. Look at Payne. He's having a good time in that ring right now. Oh no. Gonna drag Eddie off into the corner again. Slams him face first. Off that top turnbuckle. Way up top now. What the hell is Jason Payne looking for here? But Eddie! Hey, this kid's got some balls! What a reversal bulldog from the top rope. There's some fight left in Balls, but it's snatched from him in an instant there. It's almost like Eddie Balls is a little buzzing gnat just annoying Payne. Who now it looks like gonna try for a powerbomb, but we see Eddie Balls. Some punches to the top of the head, gonna get himself out of that predicament. Damn! For a man the size of Payne, you see those reflexes. Now he's got him in the corner, slams him. Face first off the top turnbuckle, oh God. And that open wound, guys, across the forehead of Eddie Balls being targeted. Jason Payne digging into Eddie here, widening that gash, blood pouring down Eddie's face. And Jason Payne doesn't give a damn about the well-being of Eddie Balls. Oh God, Balls looks like he's just been shot execution style. Yeeted into the ring. And gonna drop Balls hard with that full Nelson slam. Come on, Payne, just pin him. He's done, just pin him for crying out loud. But Payne with a sinister grin on his face. What a kick! Tornado kick from Payne. 1, 2, 3. Call that a painkiller. Jason Payne with a dominant debut here on Shockwave. Good Lord. We gotta get Eddie some help, man. And pronto. Blood all over the canvas. And here we get another look at that. A man the size of Payne, I feel like, shouldn't be able to move that way. A tornado kick almost taking Eddie's head off. Well, again, Emmett Jones has invested well, I do say, after what we just saw there. And if I were Diamante, well, I would understand if he were just a tad bit worried. Because Jason Payne has arrived. I don't think things are ever going to be the same here on Shockwave.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the moody. Say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. At the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never draining my cup. If you wanna ride, better change your lane, cause we driving fast and we making it rain. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. Yeah, used to wear the cheap stuff, now it's all designer. Got him wrapped around my little finger. He let the way I pop it like a can of fizz. Told him if he want this, better know the business. I'm not his wifey, I'm his fantasy. Living life in first class, can't you see? Look at me, said my attitude is kinda spicy. I told him that's the price, boy, ain't it pricey? It is. Stepping out the truck with the pink lip gloss. So them girls how to play like a real big boss. He tryna lock it down, but I love my space. Leaving lipstick marks on his regular plates. Pink neon lights, yeah, we glow in the dark. Got the motor running, boy, I'm starting to spark. They can try to clone, but I'm one of one. We just out here chilling, having double the fun. I'm a premium flavor, you can't get on tap. Put my name in the center, a Hollywood map. Got the baseline bouncing like a trampoline. Pure sugar rush, if you know what I'm.
Well, we had to get somebody to come out to the ring and scrape Eddie Balls off the canvas with a shovel after Jason Payne just got done with him. Man, what a debut that was. But guys, coming up next, 2 of the 6 men slated to do battle at Absolution in the King of the Hill match going to cross paths with that always important momentum on the line. It's beautiful Bo of the Bromancers going to be taking on Relampago. Of course, still to come, the 6th and final man will be decided. Our final King of the Hill qualifying match. As Sexy Rexy And the veteran Chris Adams, the King's Torque. It's like I said last Shockwave. Look, I know I'm supposed to remain unbiased, but can you just imagine? Would Beautiful Bo not be the most beautiful king CMV has ever seen? Would it not be the most beautiful main event in Ascendant's history? Beautiful Bo challenging for a world championship on the grandest stage of them all. Oh, my heart can hardly take it. It's almost too much to hope for. I mean, Beautiful Bo still has to get through 5 other men in Absolution. But as Bo said himself earlier tonight, he's gotten through 5 other men before, plenty of times. It's what King of the Hill is all about, because somebody like Beautiful Bo would typically never be given an opportunity of this magnitude, would never be thought of for a world championship opportunity, the biggest show in CMV history. That's the beauty of King of the Hill. Bo has a chance, but so do 5 other men. And one of them is the second-generation superstar, the winner of the Reality of Wrestling Season 4, the up-and-coming Relampago. Been on quite a roll over these last few weeks. Again, it's about momentum heading toward Absolution. Well, both of these men, as well as the 3 others who have already qualified, undoubtedly we'll be watching later on to see who gets that 6th and final spot, because it could change the complexion entirely depending on who it is. So here we go, Beautiful Bo, Relampago, 1-on-1, and of course the other 3 men who have already qualified are the Pro Wrestling Japan International Champion Peliro and Ben Stacy, both of Resurgence, as well as the Anarchy Champion Tommy Demise. Oh, gonna get Relampago off him. Drop down. Big walk, goes for the knee. That's an excellent strategy by Bo, guys, because obviously Relampago, a high flyer, will take out the knees. He ain't going to be doing any much of that. Bo up on the top row. I don't know if he necessarily got all of that chop, but got enough of it. That's still to come, my friends. We'll be hearing from Mr. Climb to Fame, Alan Montoya. Again, we have the final King of the Hill qualifier. How about our huge main event? Bryan Dynamic and Global Champion Cam Harris, 1-on-1. We are just a couple weeks away from the first roadblock en route to Ascendant Sport Team. Big weekend in San Juan. Ferocity and Absolution. Absolution, we will see both the Queen and King of the Hill matchups, as well as Quantum, and potentially his last ever World Championship match in CMV, challenging Cam Harris for the Global Championship. Powerbomb! Backs him up. Kick out at 2. I was up with an elbow across the chest. Like I said, Relampago been on quite the roll. He wants to keep on rolling heading into Absolution. Meanwhile, I know the Bromancer spent much of this past week pulling those thumbtacks out of the various crevices. Tornado tag team no DQ match they were a part of against Murphy and Reese Matthews. To the top goes Relampago! And as always, breathtaking from the 2nd generation superstar, He'll mark it out to himself a little bit. Should probably stay focused. There's why. Elbow to the side of the head. Thrown back into the ring. Also still to come, my guys. My guys. You are my guys. You are my fellas, are you not? Say that the entirety of Team Luger out in full force. Is not only will Bob Luger be in action, but also Casey Kaplan and Aaron Aronson challenge Skybound for the Pro Wrestling Japan Tag Team Championship sweep right there by Relampago. Try for a pin. He's been dominating these last few minutes. Kick out at 2.5 by the beauty that is Bo. Oh, and there's that gorgeous Michinoku driver. But Relampago, it appears, not done just yet. Maybe he should have gone for the pin when he had the chance, because now look, Sexy Rexy has some things to say about the attire of Relampago, I believe. Not a fan, better be careful, could be taken to court. Bo is hurting despite that distraction, unable to make a comeback. A pop-up Hurricanrana, grabbing the legs into the pin. And a kick out at, damn. 2.999, even Relampago shocked. That beautiful Bo just kicked out of that, but uh-oh. In the danger zone. Tries that imploding Phoenix splashed it. Relampago, beautiful Bo, did his homework. He watched the tape. Don't ask him what tapes he watched. Big punch there. Now it's time to stretch him. Yeah, stretch him, Bo. But Relampago already feeling quite limber. Able to counter out into a head to the Shining Wizard. Damn, that's quick thinking right there by Relampago. I don't think I have ever seen anything like that. I don't even know what to call that. But obviously, Bo not as impressed. This is the first kick makes up for it. Damn, Bo getting his jaw jacked, brother. Second attempt in this time. That imploding Phoenix splash. Nailed it. 1, 2. The resiliency of Bo. Much to the chagrin of Relampago. This kid gonna stay on the attack. Knife edge chop to 6 with chocolate. A chop to the chest. Another one. No, that one gets blocked by Bo, who now mocks the young kid. Another knife edge chop. They're just lighting each other up, baby. Woo! Chop for chop. Gonna need some lotion. I'm sure the bromances have got plenty. Oh, Bo's finally had enough. There we go. We're saying to hell with it. Shot for shot. It looks like Bo hits a little bit harder. And it might be time to go deep. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful Bo. Picking up the win. What a match that was. I'm telling you, stop sleeping on the beauty known as Bo. Could just end up being the most beautiful king that CMV has ever seen. Bo knocking Relampago loopy and going deeper than ever before to pick up the win. Oh, quite a celebration for the bromance. This is how they celebrate a victory on Shockwave. Imagine the celebration if Beautiful Bo becomes king of the hill.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the moody. Say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. At the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never drain in my cup. If you wanna ride, better change your lane, cause we driving fast and we making it rain. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor.
All right, my friends, it is time. Our very first matchup in the inaugural Kumite tournament. As we talked about a bit earlier, the first act of the new Shockwave general manager, Martin Koniecki, was to put together this Kumite tournament, which he says will culminate at Ascendance 14, with the winner being crowned the very first ever CMV Kumite champion. And for those unfamiliar, well, you can see the ring has been redecorated, ropes removed, as well as the turnbuckles. This guy's a fight that can only be won by knockout or by forcing your opponent to say mate, which basically means I quit. Some of CMV's greatest fighters assembled for this tournament. As spectators, some lucky fans gather around the ring. And the massive Sabuto Iwagami from Pro Wrestling Japan, the size of this guy. Haven't seen him in a minute though, since Morgan took him out a little over a month ago or so. Well, guys, for Sabuto Iwagami, as big, as tough as he is up against it here in this first round match. A former pro boxer in Carlos Corvo, one half of the current World Tag Team Champions, guys. This is a tournament, honestly, made for somebody like the KO Kid, trying to live up to that moniker here and knock out Sabuto Iwagami to advance to the next round of the Kumite. Again, no countouts, no pinfalls, no submissions. The only way that you can win and advance to the next round, guys, is to knock out your opponent or, again, force them to say mate. Sabuto Iwagami, a bruiser from Japan. Hard-hitting Carlos Corvo, former professional boxer. Man who knocked people out for a living. That's why I think he's got to be a favorite in this tournament. You ain't going to see a wrestling spectacle here. This is going to be hard hitting. And the chance for potentially one of these guys at the biggest show in CMV history to become the inaugural Kumite champion. And damn, Corvo immediately sending Sabuto Iwagami careening into the post. Again, the ropes were removed, so the turnbuckles. A completely flat surface for these two to fight upon. Looks like Iwagami will try for a powerbomb there. Elbows to the midsection. These fans just have to be careful. A treat for them to be this up close, but at the same time, very dangerous. Oh, where's Corvo going? He's going out of the ring. I'm pretty sure disqualifications are in effect. Oh, guess not. I guess there are no disqualifications. I was not under that impression, but apparently that is the case. Carlos, or this referee is just very lenient. Well, that kind of changes things a bit. If this is no disqualification, I guess that does make sense. Martin Krajewski failed to fill me in on that part, though. Oh, man. Watch out! That's what I'm talking about, man. These fans have to have their wits about them, because that one guy was almost just crushed by Sabuto Iwagami getting thrown out of the ring by Carlos Corvo. There's those punches from the KO Kid. It's the referee's discretion, guys, to call for the bell if he feels though someone's been knocked out. And then the only other way to win is to force your opponent to say mate, to give up. Look at the size of Sabuto's thighs, man. Hold up into a spine buster. Corvo hitting the back of his head off the floor. That was sick. And now, Iwagami, who had wager got to be at least 250, 260 pounds, just sitting himself across Corvo's chest, making it hard to breathe. Got him in a cattle mutilation. Will Corvo say mate? No, it will get out of it. One half of the World Tag Team Champions. While Carlos Corvo tries to advance to the Kumite, Joey Bacon will be a part of our final King of the Hill qualifier still to come here on Shockwave number 172. Headbutt by Iwagami. Also still got the tag team matchup, Apogee and Crystal Violet taking on a reunited Daniel Davis and Ashley Rain. We'll hear from Mr. Crime to Fame, Alan Montoya. Ooh! Looks like Iwagami, guys, caught the edge of the announce table. He's been busted open, and Corvo, like a lunatic, just digging in. But Iwagami, a tough piece of work. I'm telling you, the edge of that announce table, they're dangerous. And poke your eye out. KO punch! But Iwagami's still in the land of the living. Corvo's got a chair, though. Oh, man. Iwagami leaking. Throws out a desperate savant kick. Hook to the jaw and a flying forearm. Puts Iwagami down again. Iwagami's still conscious. Carlos Corvo looking to correct that with the steel chair. This is what Kumite is all about. Blood sport. Iwagami. He ain't gonna last much longer, guys. Carlos Corvo. Oh, there you go, though. I don't know how, but there's still some fight left in this absolute tank of a man. Capture suplex. Both now down on the floor. Corvo just gets right back up. Are you kidding me? Iwagami's having none of it. Headbutt! Oh, God! Iwagami got to be careful to knock himself out, though. Now he has the chair. Giving Corvo a taste of his own medicine. Rushed him with that headbutt, more full. God, from the full mouth, more of these punches from Carlos Corvo. Oh, God. Power bomb! And Corvo gonna again look at that knockout punch. He's cocking it. Iwagami, desperation takes over, and man, able to chuck Corvo overhead. He said, hold my Samuro. Get Iwagami right there. Another headbutt. I cannot believe this headbutt. Down where the sun don't shine. This is how you kick off a Kumite. That steel chair has been getting a lot of use. Corvo's targeting the midsection, maybe trying to break a rib if it's necessary, or shatter Iwagami's jaw, but there's that savant kick again. Corvo keeps trying to go for the knockout punch, but Iwagami, some kicks to the face, slamming Corvo face first down onto the floor. Yeah, get out of the way. You do not want to get caught between these two right now. I would say get all of these fans out of here, man. Look at the blood. Not only staining the floor, but it's all over Saburo Iwagami, pouring down his face, covering his chest and his midsection. Corvo keeps looking for an opening. There it is! The knockout punch. The ref's going to check, but he's not calling for the bell. Saburo is still conscious. But no, that's going to do it. The ref calls for the bell before Corvo can do any permanent damage. Carlos Corvo advances to the next round of the Kumite. The referee said, dude, please chill, because Corvo was going to do some more damage there. He was pulling Saburo back up to his feet, but the ref saw Iwagami was out. He was unconscious. After these punches, honestly, I think he was done for after that second right hook. Carlos Corvo advances in the Kumite. It's like I said, this is a tournament designed for a man like Carlos Corvo. Can he go all the way?
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we.
CMV Universe! Hello, my friends. It's been a while since I've spoken to you all. Last I talked with you all, I was getting myself prepared for the Climb to Fame ladder match, and that was a while ago. Also, I once said Climb to Fame ladder match. I had an opportunity to face again Emmett Jones for the Intercontinental title. Of course, some tomfoolery happened. Diamante and I teamed up a bit to take on the JV Enterprise, and we brawled. Basically, chaos endured during these past couple of weeks, months. Hope we're all caught up now, cause I'm still Mr. Climb to Fame. That no good scoundrel Emmett lost his IC title to Diamante. Now, he no longer has what I want. No, but who does now? Cam Harris and that global championship belt. And I've been hungry to win my first singles gold here. With all due respect, Cam, you have that prize around your waist, and I want it. And I have this briefcase to turn my dreams into a reality. When will my time happen? Only time will tell. For now, I just crave competition. And I'll take anyone and everyone to Powerbomb City. Population, you.
Well, the ring has been put back together, as well as the, ringside crew had to be given a couple minutes to mop up the copious amounts of blood we saw spilled in that opening matchup of the Kumite tournament. I'm excited for what's to come after what we just saw there between Saburo Iwagami and Carlos Corvo. Congrats again to Corvo for advancing the guys coming up next. Already in the ring is El Burro Azul, as he has the unfortunate task of taking on the work ethic titan, Bob Luger, here on Shockwave number 172, guys. And look, Luger's a man who has never shied away from crossing that line. He's done it many times in his CMV career, but it's saying something that what he did last Shockwave may be one of his more despicable actions of his CMV career. After his proteges, Casey Kaplan and Aaron Aronson, defeated Citrus Blast Luger, taking it upon himself to get some long-awaited retribution against Lion Boy, breaking his arm, snapping it in half, forcing the Lemon Kid to watch all the while before taking him out as well. And we did receive an update on Lion Boy, guys. A complete and total fracture. Luger snapped his arm clean in half, and he's obviously going to be out of action for the considerable future. When it comes to Lemon Kid, his diagnosis slightly better. He should be back, hopefully, within a few weeks. Again, that's hopeful. But for El Burro Azul, guys, a very close friend of Citrus Blast, he's looking for some retribution, as it could be a very big night for Team Luger still to come. Casey Kaplan and Aaron Aronson challenging Skybound for the Pro Wrestling Japan Tag Team Championship, but obviously Luger has ramped up the aggression, and that's why I say it's unfortunate for Azul. I understand wanting to get that payback for his friends, but at the same time, he's walking into the lion's den here. Bob Luger from the top looks for an elbow. Azul able to get out of the way, delivering some kicks there, but Luger immediately just shoves him back. Pulled up into a spine buster. And Luger, no sorrow, no regret whatsoever for what he did last Shockwave. I know that it has all of Mexico in an uproar. Lucha Libre Magica are not happy, potentially putting the business partnership between Lucha Libre Magica and CMV at risk. I mean, they want blood for what Luger did to Lion Boy. Gross drop down, leapfrog, and an arm drag, followed up by a big kick to the back. Luger gonna shake that off. Azul with these kicks, man, lightning fast. And perhaps what goes around comes around, as we see Azul begin to target the arm of Bob Luger. Turnabout is fair play. Wants to break Bob Luger's arm for Luger breaking Lion Boy's. Slingshot senton into the pin. Looking to pull off a huge upset, much like Lion Boy did, remember, near the start of this season, defeated Bob Luger. What has to go down as one of the bigger upsets in CMV history, and obviously isn't something Luger forgot. Oh, European uppercut and a stomp. Here in the corner, Luger rabid like a damn dog. With ease. Up and over. But Azul, he's got that fighting spirit. Remember, he's not just fighting for himself. Walks right into a Luger landing. 1, 2. Oh, it's like I said, though. And a Burro Azul, he's not only fighting for himself, he's fighting for the honor of his friend, Citrus Blast. And that might be even a push he needs here, but man, Luger treating him like trash. From the top, looks for that elbow again. Azul able to avoid it. Tries for an Irish whip. Luger counters off the ropes. That vintage wheel kick of his. Damn, what a punch. Wicked combo has Azul on, like we like to call it, spaghetti legs. Azul's got nothing left. Able to connect with that calf kick, but can barely even get to his feet here. Careful, I understand Borra and Azul's perspective. Elbow across the chest, can he pin Bob Luger? One! Just a one count. No retribution for Citrus Blast. Azul not giving up though. Tries for a rolling neck snap. Luger rolls out of the way, closes distance. This kid standing his ground against one of the greatest of all time. A guaranteed future Hall of Famer. Big, no, blocked. Luger blocks it. Maybe not taking this kid seriously. That could be Luger's mistake or not. Wheel kick connects. And Luger with a gargantuan Coney Island cyclone. Azul! This kid don't know the meaning of the word quit. Hurricane Rana, Kenny upset. The work ethic tie-in, no. I thought he was gonna do it there, I really did. So Luger, weary, as he backs himself into the corner but gets himself up to his feet. Oh, and now he's got Azul. Center of the ring, he's got the arm. Luger's got the arm. And we know he'll snap it in half. Tap Azul. Borra Azul forced to tap out at the hands of Bob Luger. Did he just break another arm? First line boy, now El Borra Azul. Look at this replay. Here's the Coney Island Cyclone. They sent that man flying. A very close call. Azul almost pulled off the upset, but here, look at the hyperextension, guys. Yeah, that arm's got to be broken. Bob Luger is a man possessed. I just don't know if Mexico is going to take this line down. I think Luger would be foolish to think so.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the mood. He say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. At the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never draining my cup. If you wanna ride, better change your lane, cause we driving fast and we making it rain. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. Yeah, used to wear the cheap stuff, now it's all designer. Bling. Got him wrapped around my little finger. He let the way I pop it like a can of fizz. Told him if he want this, better know the business. I'm not his wifey, I'm his fantasy. Living life in first class, can't you see? Look at me, said my attitude is kinda spicy. I told him that's the price, boy, ain't it pricey? It is. Stepping out the truck with the pink lip gloss. So them girls gotta play like a real big boss. He tryna lock it down, but I love my space. Leaving lipstick marks on his regular plates. Pink neon lights, so we glow in the dark. Got the motor running, boy, I'm starting to spark. They can try to clone, but I'm one of one. We just out here chilling, having double the fun. I'm a premium flavor, you can't get on tap. Put my name in the center, a Hollywood map. Got the baseline bouncing like a trampoline. Pure sugar rush, if you know know what I mean? Sweet and sour every single hour, yeah. Got the sweetness, but I hold the power, yeah. You wanna sip, better get in line. Cherry flavor looking so divine. 1, 2, 3, let's bring it back. Let's drink it up. Pop it fast. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching. Yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me his lifesaver. Do myself a favor. Let's bring it back. Cherry soda, take it up now. Let's go. Cherry soda, take it up now.
Coming up next, my friends, tag team action. There's still to come our final King of the Hill qualifier, guys, as well as our huge main event. Something tells me it could be a match of the year candidate. Bryan, Dynamic of Cerberus, has quite the opportunity as he will take on the global champion, Cam Harris. Non-title matchup, of course, before Cam Harris defends his global championship against the Hall of Famer Quantum in just a couple of weeks at Absolution. But guys, for Danielle Davis, this is her first official match since she lost the Divine Championship back in Paris at Climb to Fame. And we have Ashley Rain to thank for Danielle Davis even being willing to come out here and return to active competition. Although, look, I know I'm not one to speak. I'm not necessarily a fashionista. I'm no bromancer. Please don't take me to court, but we all know Danielle Davis. She lives lavishly. This is far from what I would expect her to be, wearing, honestly. But I suppose baby steps. That's what they say on the road to recovery. Baby steps. And Ashley Rain going to be by her side as these two team up. Gosh, for the first time in years, came up together in NGW. They were former tag team partners. They were in, guys, many years ago, the match to crown the very first ever women's tag team champions. They were in that match. It was a fatal four-way tornado tag team match. Let's go mighty. And Ashley Rain simply could not stand any longer to watch her friend Danielle Davis moping around like a zombie, shadow of her former self since losing the Divine Championship. So Rain took it upon herself to try and pick Danielle Davis up, dust her off, get her back in the ring. Well, like we just said, baby steps. Last Shockwave we saw as Danielle Davis was ringside. I guess compared to last Shockwave, Danielle Davis is looking a lot better. You know, you gotta think comparatively in that aspect. But Danielle Davis was ringside for Ashley Rain last Shockwave when Rain suffered a shocking loss to Crystal Violet. The two kind of blew up on each other after the match. A little bit of an argument, but they made up backstage. And Danielle Davis, guys, was actually the one who requested this match. Well, for Apathy, she's looking at this, hopefully anyway, as a golden opportunity to boost herself at the ranks, to say that she beat two of the absolute greatest female competitors in CMV history in one match. I mean, Danielle Davis, no doubt a future Hall of Famer. Ashley Rain already in the Hall of Fame. Between them, that's... Let me do some dashing math here. Six world titles. That took me a lot longer than it should have. I was trying to remember if Danielle Davis was a two-time Women's World Champion or not. She is. So two-time Women's World Champion Danielle Davis, one-time Divine Champion. And of course, Ashley Rain, the only ever three-time Women's World Champion. So 6 world titles between the two of them. Not to mention every other title they've won collectively. Suffice to say, for Apathy, this will be the biggest win of her CMV career, no doubt about it. And how about Crystal Violet, guys? I mean, that's a whole nother ball game. This woman is coming off what has to be considered, right up there with Lion Boy defeating Bob Luger. One of the biggest upsets in CMV history. Crystal Violet pinning Ashley Rain last Shockwave clean in the middle of the ring. It has been quite a couple of months for this young woman here. Digging herself up out of obscurity. First with a win against Apathy. And then again defeating Ashley Rain last Shockwave, but as Crystal Violet has definitely developed somewhat of a infatuation with Apathy, has been somewhat stalking her in recent weeks. Well, now they're tag team partners. Looking to score another big old upset. Here we see Danielle Davis and Ashley Rain. They're on the same page. Looks like Davis going to get things started. I love it. I can't tell you how happy I am to have Danielle Davis back in the CMV ring. It's been rough. I've endured, I've gotten through it. Some therapy sessions, but it's been almost 2 months since Danielle Davis has competed in a CMV ring. It's been hard. But now look, I got her back. Alice Blake is back. Could life be any better? Even Danielle Davis, for Danielle Davis, she would probably say herself she's dressing not up to her best, but even not at her best, Danielle Davis probably looks better than most. Certainly looks better than me. Apathy, though, doesn't give a damn about what Danielle Davis is wearing, stomping the hell out of her. Now makes the tag to Crystal Violet. Let's go, Mike. I feel like I'm back in the NG Dub days, baby. Craziness. As they remained friends over all these years, even when weren't in CMV at points, always stayed in contact. And Ashley Rain, thinking about an alternate reality where Rain did actually decide to retire at the end of last season. What would Danielle Davis have done then? Oh, look at this teamwork with Crystal Violet and Apathy. The former Divine Champion landing hard, but gets back to her feet. But not letting Crystal Violet go easy. Don't take on too much now, though, Danielle. Again, this is her first match in almost 2 months. And her last match was a 3 stages of hell. Hasn't just been the mental trouble Danielle Davis has been going through, but I'm sure physical as well. She needed that time off. Now it's like Rain said, time to dust yourself off. Pick yourself up and move on. No point in moping. You got to get back to work if you want to get that Divine Championship back. Here's the tag now to the Hall of Famer, the 3-time Women's World Champion. Apathy's going to immediately drop it with that reverse DDT. As the tag is made to Crystal Violet, here's Rain's chance to make up for that loss last Shockwave. And tag Davis right back in. I was trying to think of how many titles in total there are between Danielle Davis and Ashley Rain. Going through Danielle Davis's resume again. The inaugural Divine Champion, 2-time Women's World Champion, but also Danielle Davis, a former Rising Star Champion. She was ever Women's Tag Team Champion. I'm trying to recall. I don't believe so. Of course, was the first ever woman to main event a CMV special event. She and Joy Justice for the Women's World Championship many years ago. And for Ashley Rain, I mean, it's probably easier to list the couple of titles that Rain hasn't won in her CMV career compared to what she has. I mean, almost every single championship, not to mention winning Queen of the Ring, winning Women's Royal Rumble match. Danielle Davis, also Queen of the Ring winner. Ooh, Apathy with an elbow there out of the corner. stopping Davis from trying to make the tag. Apathy could only hope to one day have half the accolades. Danielle Davis and Ashley Rain being a kick out. Davis gonna go behind. Woo! Woo! Look at that little Aussie up kick. The woman she knows, unfortunately, very well. Elbows to the midsection, create some distance here. Davis not gonna send App at the end of the corner. Try to make that tag. Yes, in comes Rain. From Bretro, targets the arm of Apathy. Ooh, Rain trying to smack that ass. Hold on now, don't get Blake Bretro all jealous. Pin attempt by Rain after taking Apathy off her feet with that drop kick to the knee with a kick out. Before 1, Apathy like, you trying to pin me off that? Apathy. Unbelievably powerful. Look at this. German suplex through the Hall of Famer. Coming up next, my friends, it's our final King of the Hill qualifying match. Who will get that 6th and final spot at Absolution to compete for a World Championship opportunity at Segments 14. And our co-event, Pro Wrestling Japan Tag Team Championship on the line. Team Luger challenging Skybound before we get to our main event. Non-title matchup, Bryan Dynamic taking on Global Champion Cam Harris. Into the corner, Apathy. Not seeming to be all that impressed with Rain. Elbow to the top of the head, going to back her to the corner. Oh! Speaking of Blake Virtue a second ago, there's a knee party from Ashley Rain. Gets a 2.5. Hey now. We're trying to get her into the corner. Apathy counters. Belly to belly. But Rain breaking through to the trifecta of punches. Looks for a big old boop, and Apathy spreads that legs and stays stomped in the jet. Now there's a tag to Crystal Violet. Making a name for herself in this women's division. Imagine if she can pin Rain 2 weeks in a row. Oh, but don't get too egotistical now, Crystal. A big win, but it's only your 2nd ever win. Let's not get too crazy here. Danielle Davis seeing that Rain is in trouble, but in no shape to make a tag right now. Is Rain able to counter there? Haven't even busted open. I got to imagine it was the knee party that did that probably. Rain Frankensteiner! Hard landing for Violet. Toss back up though. European uppercut grabs Rain with the back of it into the corner. Whew. Nobody has ever made some blue yoga pants look so damn good. Don't tell Blake Virtue I said that. Crystal in the corner. Rain's going to try to make a tag, but again, stopped from doing so. Very well done by Crystal Violet. Always dangerous to be in the corner when you're against Ashley Rain. You never know when she might try to go for sliced oranges. Just got her back sliced up with that backstabber, though, I'll tell you. Violet goes for the spear, I think. Rain giving it the sidestep and a running bulldog. Finally make that tag with Danielle Davis. Yes, she can. Let's go, Mighty. Back together again, and it feels so good. Not for Crystal Violet. Woo! 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 Golly! Danielle Davis. There's quite a blitz here. Jeez. Showing some ferocity, dare I say. Into the corner. Try to make a little tag there. Crystal Violet. Irish whip reverse. Danielle Davis. Woo! Looping palm strike. Damn, so powerful it knocked Apathy off the ring. Tags Rain back in now. Double tag because here comes Apathy too. There's that boot Rain was looking for before. Wasting no time is the small but mighty Ashley Rain. And again, Apathy surely knowing what a victory this would be, what a notch it would be in her belt to knock off Danielle Davis and Ashley Rain in the same match. Slowly brings her to her feet. Slam face first. That top turnbuckle, we're making the sliced oranges. Apathy gonna try to steal it. Cheeky little roll up here, but a kick out at 1.5. Quick dodge by Rain. Takes Apathy down. Go right back up. We'll try to get her into that corner. Yes. And the tag to Danielle Davis, maybe? Maybe not. Oh, I'm always thinking she's gonna go for a Rain drop. She never does. Gonna watch Apathy crawl away, I guess. Maybe wants a piece of Crystal Violet. Now allow Apathy to make a tag. Yeah, she wants Crystal. How about now? Violet looking for the back-to-back special. Moving that elbow in there. In the corner, Rain's got some deep bruising. You see there on her midsection. What that was from. Any Apathy hit her with. How brutish Apathy is! Rain, I don't know what she's going to get. Missing dropping, I think. Put into the corner. Violet makes the tag now to Apathy. And they did this to Danielle Davis toward the start of the match. Now it's Rain's turn. And Danielle seeing Rain in so much trouble. Nothing she can do about it. Look at power. Rain lands it like a cat. What agility, but man. Doesn't do it much good here. Tag them out. I'll tell you what, Violet and Apathy are making quite a good tag team here. Double hip toss. And Rain says, get me out of here. Those veteran instincts kicking in. Forearm smash. Ooh, Rain. A unique way to get back into the ring. Didn't impress Crystal Violet all that much, obviously. Tag made to Danielle Davis. Let's go, Mighty. Back on your screen. For the first time in years. Will it be a joyful reunion, though, or will Crystal Violet and Apathy rain on their parade? Davis paying no mind to Apathy. Pile driver off the apron. It's not the first time we've seen her use that maneuver. She tried to, well, paralyze Brina Story with it more than once. Now going for Apathy. Davis starting to recover that mean streak. From the top, Danielle now going through a little bit of pandering. Violet, how about her toughness? They're going to try to sneak out the back door, but Davis reverses the roll-up. Kick out at 2. Tanahashi clothesline. Shade to the one, the only, Hayden played tightly, and now D-Day! But Apathy recovering just in time to get in there and break up the pin. Violet is feeling some type of way right about now, though. She's going to tag to Apathy, but Apathy doesn't necessarily need to be in very much better shape. Her entire face is covered in blood. Makes that tag, though. Might have to put the team on her back. After Violet ate that pile driver off the apron. witness the barbarism of Apathy, who it appears wants Ashley Rain. Gonna let Danielle Davis make the tag to the Hall of Famer. Apathy's out to make a name for herself in this women's division. What a better way than a pin. A three-time women's world champion, just like Crystal Violet did last Shockwave. That's slap across her face. I don't know if I would advise that. I'm not really sure why you would want to piss off Apathy. They gotta wrap this matchup up fast as they can. I'm just looking at Rain's ribs, dude. She could have a broken rib by the look of it. Ooh! Very lucky is Apathy that this rep is so eagle-eyed. I didn't even see that rope break, bro. Close call indeed. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all if Rain has got herself, if not a broken rib, at least a couple of cracked ones. Just look at that deep bruising. Again, that is just the impact of Apathy. Irish whip countered. Not too sure who Apathy's fighting here, but again, there's a lot of blood in their eyes. She's not seeing quite so clearly here. In the corner, Rain. Sliced oranges! Finally hits it. And no time to beat around the bush. Sunny! Side! No! Shoots the half, hooks the... Take two. Crystal Violet slipping on a greasy banana peel. I don't know where to try to break up that pin, but luckily she made up for it. Otherwise, I think that might have been it. Apathy, all of her weight right into that injured midsection of Rain. But the small but mighty one never stays down for long. Apathy, however, veteran of the game. Moving on a CMV veteran with 15 years. Wrestling in the ring, trying to get herself toward the ropes, but Rain is not letting her get away. In the corner. Again, Rain looking for sliced oranges again, trying to get her up on the top. Apathy again. Oh, lining up her shot. Oh, yeah, that's got to be a broken rib, man. If not ribs. Make the tag to Danielle Davis. For the ref to be forced to stop this one. Can Didi put the team on her back? This tries for a quick pin. 1, 2. But Apathy, a lot of things you could say. Can't deny her toughness. She's never gone down easy. Davis gonna target that injured face, that cut. I can't really see where it is on Apathy. I believe it's right across her hairline from what I can see. That has the blood pouring down into her eyes. Up to the top! Oh, I was hoping for a Globo. Big risk to take so late in this match. The crossbody. Absolutely nailed it. Not going to stop there. Goes behind. Davis. Woo! There's the Aussie kick again. Chipped a couple of front teeth. And what is this? Whirling bird head scissors from Danielle Davis. Apathy don't know what the hell's going on right now. She might think she's down on that. Over to the side, but I love the way Danielle Davis is moving, man. Gets her in the corner. Don't think too long now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Apathy! Oh no, Crystal Violet tries to help, but to no avail. And Davis, what did Apathy do to you? Hurting for certain, but still, I don't know how after getting kicked down south, but bites her tongue, does Apathy fight through that pain. Davis gonna land on her feet. Apathy thought she had her. Whirling bird head scissors again. And there's the Tanahashi clothesline. What a combo. 1, 2. This gal Apathy. Did I not say it a minute ago? Never easy to keep down. Let's see if Rain can maybe take it home. Looks like she's gonna go for the top rope. Raindrop! Will I ever get it? Will I ever get the raindrop? Oh, okay. Well, Apathy gonna try to capitalize. Oh no, small package. Has it in tight too. But Rain able to kick out. Apathy not amused by Rain's antics here. Throwing her around like a rag doll. And a slap across the face, because why not? When you have the opportunity to slap a Hall of Famer across the face, why not take it? That's what Apathy says. And here's the triangle choke. Right in the middle of the ring, but Danielle Davis comes to make the save of her longtime friend. That's going to give Apathy a chance to make the tag to Crystal Violet. What a match this has been. Oh no, guys. Oh no. Ashley Rain is out. After the triangle choke, she's still out. She has no idea what's coming her way. Violet off the top with that crossbody. The tag's Apathy right back in. Can Rain make the tag? Get there, Rain. Get there. The tag to Danielle Davis. Davis gonna dodge Apathy. Still gets caught though. Let the ropes hang on. Irish whip, no, stop. Big boot. Mamma mia. What a match. Hell of a test for Let's Go Mighty. Ooh, tries for the glow KO. But obviously someone who's done her homework. Crystal Violet tagged in. Frequent tags, name of the game when you're late into a match like this. I'd love to see it from Crystal Violet and Apathy. Tag Team 101. Tag teaming. And now going to try to trap Davis in the corner. Isolate her. Pick her apart. So late to this one as well. Nobody's got anything left. Danielle Davis might be on her own. It's not a stretch to say. Just looking at Rain over there. In her midsection. Looks like someone took a metal baseball bat to her ribs. Oh, come on, Apathy! Ripping Davis off the canvas. Cheap shot. Busted it open. Oh, got it. Now Davis slammed off the hardest part of the ring. Trying to do it again. Ashley Rain fighting back as well. It's knocked down to the floor, though. Davis gets the better of Apathy. Raven Pay, though. Jawbreaker, Crystal Violet. Trying to capitalize on the distraction. Back into the ring. Davis is sent, but now both Apathy and Rain are incapacitated. Ooh, look at Danielle Davis. Must have been that slam onto the apron. And this ain't gonna help. 1, 2. Imagine if Crystal Violet pinned Rain last Shockwave and then just pinned Danielle Davis. Oh, she still might. She still might do it. Double axe handle. To the veteran. God. Danielle Davis and Ashley Rain both looked at it. Oh! Yeah, it's over. 1, 2. No, it isn't. Unbelievable. No, not this way. Come on. Not this way. The dirty pin, but Davis powers out. Unbelievable. Sliced oranges. The disrespect. And now the tag to Apathy. Oh, just gonna go for the pin, okay. And it's enough! Davis pinned by Apathy off the sliced oranges. That's Crystal Violet giving the pin to Apathy there. How kind, how nice of her. A hell of a match. And an incredible return to action for Danielle Davis. But man, Crystal Violet and Apathy were not taking it laying down. Unbelievable. I love Crystal Violet giving the pin to Apathy. Beautiful. Beautiful teamwork. Holy shit, man. What a couple of weeks for Crystal Violet especially, but for Apathy as well, guys. This is a massive notch in the belt of both these women.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the mood. He say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. At the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never draining my cup. If you wanna ride, better change your lane, cause we driving fast and we making it rain. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. Yeah, used to wear the cheap stuff, now it's all designer. Bling. Got him wrapped around my little finger. He let the way I pop it like a can of fizz. Told him if he want this, better know the business. I'm not his wifey, I'm his fantasy. Living life in first class, can't you see? Look at me, said my attitude is kinda spicy. I told him that's the price, boy, ain't it pricey? It is. Stepping on the truck with the pink lip gloss. So them girls gotta play like a real big boss. He tryna lock it down, but I love my space. Leaving lipstick marks on his regular plates. Pink neon lights, yeah, we glow in the dark. Got the motor running, boy, I'm starting to spark. They can try to clone, but I'm one of one. We just out here chilling, having double the fun. I'm a premium flavor, you can't get on tap. Put my name in the center, a Hollywood map. Got the baseline, best.
Wait. That's a new one. That's a new one, brother. Ignore this. Ignore this, everybody. Oh, fuck, man.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the mood. He say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. At the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never draining my cup. If you wanna ride, better change your lane, cause we driving fast and we making it rain. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. Yeah, used to wear the cheap stuff, now it's all designer. Bling. Got him wrapped around my little finger. He let the way I pop it like a can of fizz. Told him if he want this, better know the business. I'm not his wifey, I'm his fantasy. Living life in first class, can't you see? Look at me, said my attitude is kinda spicy. I told him that's the price, boy, ain't it pricey? It is. Stepping on the truck with the pink lip gloss. So them girls gotta play like a real big boss. He tryna lock it down, but I love my space. Leaving lipstick marks on his regular plates. Pink neon lights, yeah, we glow in the dark. Got the motor running, boy, I'm starting to spark. They can try to clone, but I'm one of one. We just out here chilling, having double the fun. I'm a premium flavor, you can't get on tap. Put my name in the center, a Hollywood map. Got the baseline, bouncing like a trampoline. Pure sugar rush, if you know what I mean. Sweet and sour every single hour. Yeah, got the sweetness, but I hold the power. Yeah, you wanna sit it cherry soda, cherry soda. Make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah. I got that sweet flavor. He call me his lifesaver. Do myself a favor. Let's bring it back. Cherry soda, take it up now. Let's go. Cherry soda, take it up now. Let's go. Cherry soda, take it up now. Let's go.
All right, my friends, here we go. We're properly into our tertiary main event of the evening. Some minor issues with the ring, perhaps from when they had to take it apart earlier for the Kumite match. We forgot a couple of screws, but we got it fixed. Everything's okay now, and yes, our final King of the Hill qualifier. As we see Karan Cook already potentially to make the first elimination of Daniel Payne. And he does! Okay, there you go. Welcome to CMV, Daniel Payne. Was that even 60 seconds he lasted? Karan Cook now immediately shifting his attention to Jeremy Barmore, the man he's been dispatched by Pat LaFave to make life a living hell for in recent weeks. Who else we have in there? Yes, now former Intercontinental Champion Emmett Jones and the new Intercontinental Champion Diamante. And of course, as we talked about earlier, the man who is undefeated in Battle Royale matches, guys, throughout the entirety of his CMV career, Joey Bacon, the winner of the last year's King of the Hill match, guys, went on to Ascendance 13 to challenge Morgan for the CMV Championship, a match where, well, the two of them ended up breaking the ring. Speaking of malfunctioning rings, already one casualty with the newcomer Daniel Payne eliminated by Karan Cook as Joey Bacon pushes Emmett Jones into the corner. Diamante trying to prolong the amazing winning streak he's been on as of late, despite being stabbed in the back by his former tag team partner Jason Payne as Shockwave, able to overcome that and defeat Emmett Jones to become the new Intercontinental Champion. Now he looks for the 6th and final spot in the King of the Hill match at Absolution. Who is going to join? Peligro, Ben Stacy, Tommy DeMise, Beautiful Bo, and Apollo. One of these 5 men, as Joey Bacon tries to eliminate Barmore. Speaking of being on rolls, Barmore's certainly been on one since his return a few weeks ago. On his return, refusing to join Cerberus. And like I said, Karan Cook, in the behest of Pat LaFave, making Barmore regret that decision. Hacked him a couple weeks ago with that tender stick. After his match that we saw last Octane, attempted to cost his match against Bryan Dynamic. And speaking of, still to come, our main event takes on global champion Cam Harris. But before that, our co-main event, Team Luger challenging Skybound for the Pro Wrestling Japan Tag Team Championship. Barmore will eliminate Emmett Jones. And we are down to 4 Diamante in the land of giants here. Unfortunate for our new Intercontinental Champion, who's eliminated! 2 eliminations for Barmore, and we are down to the 3 biggest men in this match. Who could have guessed it? Barmore spear! That's like spearing a fucking black bear. Good God! And can he eliminate Joey Bacon? Karan Cook trying to poach his kill. Nobody has ever managed to get Bacon up and over the top rope. 600 plus pounds, 7 feet tall. It's not really a wonder why. And Barmore gonna sit back and enjoy this. Gonna allow Bacon to introduce Karan Cook for the largest derriere in all of professional wrestling. Oh, but Barmore gonna get well acquainted himself. Insult to injury, Bacon. And he toss out the workhorse. Counter of the Irish whip. Imagine how greasy Bacon's hands must be. It's hard to hang on to them ropes, but he does get himself back into the ring. As we see Cook take out Barmore with that running elbow out of the corner, but he immediately gets grabbed by Joey Bacon, trying to pull him over the ropes, trying to eliminate him. How about the power of Turan Cook? Unbelievable. And now gets out the shotgun. Time to put this big old pig down. Can he do it? Barmore, help him. Come on, put the petty differences aside. Bacon's just too damn big. Cook can't do it. It might be impossible. Emerald explosion by Cook. But there's Bacon squeezing at the traps, sapping all the energy left from Cook. And now he tries to take him for a walk over the ropes. Barmore in a good position here. Let these two duke it out. And counter by one half of the World Tag Team Champions, Joey Bacon. Looking to do it 2 years in a row, which would be a first. Andrew Briggs has won the King of the Hill match twice, but he didn't do it in consecutive years. Bacon. Cook just can't help himself, and he keeps trying to steal eliminations. Might not be possible to eliminate any three of these guys. I hope the ring's been reinforced. Wet Willie for Karan Cook. Bacon. Staggered with that jawbreaker. Attempts to go low with his Barmore. I don't know about that strategy. And once again, these fans here in attendance better hang on, as they're about to experience an earthquake. And again, a Wet Willie for Cook. Daniel Payne, Emmett Jones, and Diamante eliminated. This is for the sixth and final spot in the King of the Hill match at Absolution. Joey Bacon, wits about him. Drags Barmore over to the corner. And I think we all know what Bacon's going for, but Cook gonna cut him off. With that tornado head kick and knee to the face, Bacon just shrugs. He gets back to his feet. Barmore could be easy picking zero or laying in wait. Tries for a close out of his own. Ducks it, just Cook able to push him into the corner. Back and forth like a duel of the fates here. Reversal for reversal. Bacon's seen enough. Oh my God. It's such a rare thing for Jeremy Barmore to be dwarfed. But Joey Bacon has that effect no matter who you are. No matter how big or tough you might think you are. When you run into Joey Bacon, it all becomes clear, the reality of the situation. Oh. Playing dead. I ain't gonna hold him. I'd probably do the same thing. I was in that ring with Joey Bacon. Bacon has walked these steps before. Can he do it again? Barmore hanging on. What a save. Takes out Bacon from behind the engine area, but he's gassed. He's got nothing left. Can Quran Cook take advantage? Barmore too big. He too thick. Here comes Bacon back to his feet. Up against the ropes. Barmore. Does he have it up rope to hang on? No, eliminated. But Cook. The strength. Unprecedented. Tres amigos to the 600-pounder. Tosses Bacon out. Bacon gets right back in. Oh, and there's another tornado head kick. Can Quran Cook become the first man to ever defeat Joey Bacon in a battle royal? Punch to the gut by Bacon. Quran Cook knows exactly where he's going to try to take him. Irish whip over the top. Cook not fast enough though. Bacon is right back through them ropes. Says, nah. In that corner, he's got him up. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. 600 pounds. How did the ring not collapse? And as if that's not enough, here comes that elbow. The stomp. The stomp. But Bacon still counters the Irish whip, gets up Anita's Cook. Oh, and like running into a brick wall. Joey Bacon dragging Quran Cook into place for the Baconator. Get out the shovel, scrape him off the canvas. Joey Bacon remains undefeated in Battle Royals and qualifies for the King of the Hill match. 2 years in a row. Can Joey Bacon do it again? I am astonished that the ring did not collapse after this. And so, my friends, the field is set. It will be Peligro, Ben Stacy, Tommy Demise, Beautiful Bo, Joey Bacon, and Relampago. King of the Hill match at Absolution. This might be a little bit of an over-the-top celebration, but I'll allow it.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the moody. Say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. Pop the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never draining my cup. If you wanna ride, better change your lane, cause we driving fast and we making it rain. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. Yeah, used to wear the cheap stuff, now it's all designer. Bling.
Well, my friends, it has been a hell of a show so far here on Shockwave number 172, but we still have got 2 big matches to go. And up next, our co-main event is for the Pro Wrestling Japan Tag Team Championship. Casey Kaplan and Aaron Aronson representing Team Luger. Already been a busy night. Earlier we saw Bob Luger not only defeat, but break the arm of El Boron Azul, who we now been told taken to a local hospital. Was indeed a fracture, much like last Shockwave. Bob Luger did the same thing to Line Boy. Well, now his protege is up to bat. Will it be a great night overall for Team Luger? Skybound have proven themselves to be fighting champions, defending the Pro Wrestling Japan Tag Team Championship weekly. Coming off a great defense last Shockwave against the Arsenal of Telco Val. We'll see if it catches up to them here in our co-event. Guys, going to come in our main event. Bryan dynamic one-on-one with the global champion Cam Harris in what should be a phenomenal match. Jet Wilder, Ace Mercer, of course, capturing the gold from Toxic Company last month. They have not shied away from any challenge. Team Luger, though, and especially this more lethal version of Team Luger, might just be more than they can handle, though. A very interesting clash this should be. The pure wrestling ability of Team Luger up against the high-flying antics and unparalleled agility of Skybound. Pro Wrestling Japan Tag Team Championship, guys. Standard tag team bout here. And with countouts, disqualifications in effect for Team Luger, they must either pin or submit Skybound in the ring to walk out of here with them titles. Casey Kaplan, Aaron Aronson looking for their first taste of gold. Looks like it's going to be Aronson and Jet Wilder to get things started. On the road to Ascendance 14, of course, just filled out the playing field for the King of the Hill match. In a couple of weeks, San Juan, Puerto Rico, Absolution, Peligro, Ben Stacy, Tommy DeMai, Beautiful Bo, Joey Bacon, and Renampago. The 6 men who will compete for a world championship opportunity at the biggest show in CMV history, Ascendance 14. Still have to fill out the Queen of the Hill. A couple of spots left. One of them will be filled at a CMV live event this weekend. As Aaron Aronson make an early tag to Casey Kaplan, counter though by Jet Wilder. He's going to go behind, didn't see that elbow line of weight though. Jet Wilder got one of his own apparently. Springboard Bulldog. Aronson tries to quickly make it to his corner. Get the tag. Wilder. Send him into the corner. He makes a tag to Ace Mercer, who I've said before, I'll say it 100 times again, I think might just be the most athletically gifted superstar in all of CMV. The things this kid has done. Every week, he comes out here and shocks me with what he can do. Off that frog splash try for the pin. Casey Kaplan not having any of it, though. A cheap shot by Kaplan. Oh, there was a pop-up Budokan Arana, though. You see Aronson still trying to make that tag. Not entirely surprised that Bob Luger isn't out here after breaking the arm of El Borron Azul earlier. Like I said, Mexico already pissed off. Pirate Bob Luger, I'd probably be in hiding as well. Cannot make the tag, can Aaron Aronson. Skybound doing an absolutely phenomenal job of cutting off the ring. There's a slingshot. Whoa! What a reversal. Aronson got a mid-air, man, with that super kick. Alder says ain't nothing but a bang. Catch that elbow inside the head, though. Team Luger are undefeated in standard tag team action. The only loss they'd suffer is at the hands of the Arsenal Choco Val in that trios match at Wildcard. Skybound trying to give them their first taste of defeat and retain. Again, the Pro Wrestling Japan Tag Team Championship. This is their third defense. They defeated Cerberus. And last Shockwave, they defeated the Arsenal Choco Val. Cerberus, by the way, who earned a World Tag Team Championship opportunity at the top of the show. I have been told by Martin Kiefsky that that match will take place next Shockwave. Cerberus will challenge Carlos Corvo and Joey Bacon for the World Tag Team Championship. Finally, Aaron Aronson able to make the tag to KC Kaplan. And knocked all the way down to the outside. Kaplan coming in hot. And Ace Mercer was ready for him. Again, countouts in effect. For Team Luger, they must pin or submit Skybound in the ring to win the championship. They can't do it by countout. Mercer almost trying to lure Casey Kaplan ringside, but Kaplan, not a fool, trained by the one, the only Bob Luger. He won't fall for that. Belly to belly attempted Jet Waller with some punches to the top of the head, gonna back him up into a neck breaker. Right there, great ring awareness to immediately make the tag to Ace Mercer. Very interesting lineup we've got here, guys, for the King of the Hill match. Might be the most diverse lineup of all time in King of the Hill match history. And we've got a former world champion in Peligro. We've got Ben Stacy, who's been hungry to take that step up into the upper echelon for a while now. Both of them represent the resurgence. You have to imagine they'll work together. That could be a huge factor. Then, of course, you've got the Anarchy champion, Tommy Demise, who could very well be CMV champion come the King of the Hill match, as he will challenge Remy Martin next episode of Octane. You've got Beautiful Bo, who I think is probably the ultimate underdog. And a lot of people not giving him a chance, but he proved earlier tonight that should have been the case when he defeated Relampago. And Relampago, of course, another potential underdog in the matchup, second generation superstar, has been on a hell of a tear until he ran into Bo earlier. And then, of course, you got Joey Bacon, has to be the favorite. If you're a betting man, no doubt you're putting your money on Joey Bacon, the winner of last year's King of the Hill match, who would love to get the chance to challenge for a world title again at the show of shows. And this time, hopefully, we'll make sure the ring is doubly, tripled enforced. So that what happened between he and Morgan does not happen again. Casey Kaplan gonna catch Ace Mercer. Ooh, man, that was a hard landing. The capture The Pro Wrestling Japan Tag Team Championship. Dang, man. 2.99999. Fires right back down to Miss Mercer with that moonsault foley slam. And then a very slowly bring him to his feet. Hello! Spinning kick inside the head, Aronson in. So swift to break up the pin attempt. As Mercer makes the tag to Jet Wilder. For co-event Pro Wrestling Japan Tag Team Championship on the line. And Jet Wilder with the Pele! Casey Kaplan can't catch a break, man. 1, 2. Got himself a hard hit to be able to kick out of that. Especially after that kick from Mercer. God damn. Closes in his Kaplan. There's a cheap shot from Aaron Aronson. Punch right to the back of Wilder's head. And the tag to Aronson. Wilder, though. Cautious approach in the corner. Tag made. Skybound, gonna do it again. Mercer from the top. Casey Kaplan down and hard. To retain. 1, 2. What a match. Casey Kaplan needs to make that tag, though, like a fish needs water. He is getting a proper shellacking here. All the tag, get it again, Skybound. Incredible tag team offense off the shoulders. A bulldog drops Kaplan. Can he make the tag? Yes, he can. Aaron Aronson, Jet Wilder. From the top, they're going to take the dive. And lands flat on his face. Double arm salt. Aronson into the pin. Can Team Luger capture the gold? Close, but no cigar. And Jet Wilder got that fight in him, boy. He ain't gonna be quitting no time soon. Yanked back into the ring. Aronson looking for the rolling cacao kick. Jet Wilder tries to go low, takes him out the back of the knee, but there's Casey Kaplan with a punch to the back of the head. We have seen Skybound take some worse beatings in the past and manage to come back and overcome. Fighting champions. They make the tag to Ace Mercer. The Irish whip and countered. Off the ropes. Jawbreaker. Gives him just enough room for a shining wizard. A cheeky Ace Mercer having a bit of fun at the expense of Aaron Aronson. Maybe thinking about that springboard 450 splash, brother. 1. Oh, he's going to get Casey Kaplan. A fast save, but that don't mean Aronson's out of the deep end, not by a long shot. Oh, referee. Stay a bit further out of the way. Tag to Jet Wilder. An assisted clothesline. Aronson on his ass. He's going to try to make the tag, get stopped. With a springboard frog splash, shoots the half into the pin to retain. Hell of an effort by Team Luger. Hell of a match. Frequent tags by the champs. Late into a matchup. Expert strategy. The tags right back in. And again, the assisted clothesline worked well the first time, but ain't broke, don't fix it. Again, we see Aronson trying to get out of there, trying to make the tag. Can Jet Wilder stop him? No. In comes KC Kaplan, just yeets. Jet Wilder, big fucking toss. And now, from the corner, spear! Chopped them up like some onions. And if that ain't bad enough, Kaplan gonna tap him with that double unhook slam. But the pin broken up at 2. Clap from retro moonsault attempted. Well, you can tell he's hurt about it. He's moving a bit sluggish. Double wrist clutch, Northern Light suplex. Smart move to make the tag to Ace Mercer. Corkscrew kick, Mercer. Gets him into the corner. Skybound looking for a third successful retention. Shoulder first, right leg. Steel ring post. And a pendulum dropped into the chest. Looks like maybe going to confer at ringside for a quick moment, the champions. Not necessarily the wisest thing to do, in my humble opinion. Especially we got two guys so dangerous like KC Kaplan and Aaron Aronson. They have got Kaplan trapped in that corner, though, and they are not letting him escape. Jet Wilder coming off the top. Is it enough for Skybound to retain? But Aronson. Not even a 1 count. Kaplan knows he's got to go deep. Oh! I didn't even see what happened there. Camera cut. I think Aronson pulled down the top rope. Wilder went spilling to the floor. That could be what Team Luger needed here. And again, countouts in effect. Ace Mercer is not the legal man. Jet Wilder is. And he's going to save Mercer there for whatever Team Luger was trying to set up for. I think Aronson's legal now for Team Luger. Who's legal? I'm actually a little bit confused. So is the ref, apparently. Drop kick to the knee avoided. Aronson going to scoop him up. Scoop slam. Nothing crazy about it, but certainly effective. Aronson going to go for the ankle. The knees, the inverted figure 4. Locked in, Aronson. Gonna try to force Wilder to tap. Mercer makes the save, and is the damage done to the knees of Jet Wilder. Wants to get him into that corner. The Irish whip might be time for a trip around the world. Giada Di Natale style. For them to see that knee coming. But just as quick, gets Wilder up onto his shoulders for that knee. Right to the gut. Tag to KC Kaplan. The champions are in trouble. Yanks him into the ring. Kaplan. Catches that punch to the gut. Snap German suplex, man. No keeping Wilder down for long. Tag to Ace Mercer. Tries to follow up, but Kaplan. Reversal of the Irish whip. A monkey flip. Impressive monkey flip. It's the tag to Aronson. Trying to do Bob Luger proud here. We're thinking about going for that inverted figure 4. That moonsault double slam. He hits it. Falls into the pin to retain, but KC Kaplan darts into the ring to break it up. Tag to Jet Wilder. Less than 10 minutes left in the clock before this one ends in a time-limit draw. More than enough time for one of these teams to try to put together an Arcoman event. Aronson counters the scoop slam from behind. Now the roll up. Aronson gonna try to steal it. 1, 2. What a kick out. That was desperation right there as Kaplan gets tagged in. Close as close gets, baby. Super kick. Now where the hell is Wilder going? Springboard 450. Cap got the knees up. What a double axe handle flooring him. Ready to a cross arm bar, Bob Luger style. Cross arm bar's locked in, but there's Ace Mercer. We ain't gonna have another broken arm tonight, I guess. Kaplan gonna go for it again. Perfect setup. Moonsault connects into the pin. 1, 2, 3. Team Luger are your new Pro Wrestling Japan Tag Team Champions. What a match. Still undefeated. And Bob Luger has to be at least a little bit proud. Proud? Team Luger, the new Pro Wrestling Japan Tag Team Champions. Skybound with maybe not a lengthy reign, but a memorable one. However, their fighting spirit comes around to nip them in the ass. Team Luger now on top.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the moody. Say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. Pop the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never drain in my cup. If you wanna ride, better change.
Well, my friends, it has been a hell of an episode of Shockwave, a long episode. But it is now time for our main event of the evening. And the CMV Global Champion, Cam Harris, set to go one-on-one with Cerberus's Bryan Dynamic there. Alongside Cam Harris, his challenger. At Absolution, the Hall of Famer Quantum guys who last Shockwave called out Cam Harris. Told him to join him in the ring as Quantum laid it all on the line. As he said himself, backed himself into a corner because Quantum has said that if he cannot defeat Cam Harris at Absolution, guys, if he cannot win the Global Championship, Quantum has vowed that he will never challenge for a World Championship again in his CMV career. Cam Harris called Quantum Old Yeller, said that it was about time someone takes him out behind the woodshed and puts him down. Cam Harris said that somebody's going to be him, but Quantum said, you know, it's funny you bring up Old Yeller, because the reason they had to put him down wasn't because he was old, because he was rabid. And that's what I am, Cam Harris, rabid. I want to become world champion once again. I'll do whatever I have to do to make that a reality. We know how close Quantum came, not just last month when these two fought one-on-one, but also at Wild Card in the Fatal 4-Way match. Quantum's last chance at absolution. All or nothing. Well, Cam Harris is already considered a career ender. He ended Shea Hoxton's career in Vegas at the end of last season. You know, Quantum's career might not be on the line, but to never be able to challenge for a world championship again, well, I mean, that's why we're all here, guys. That's why these superstars are here, to be world champion, to prove they are the best of the best. But that's also what it's all about on the road to Ascendance 14. To be willing to go all in. If it means you can walk into the biggest show in CMV history as champion. This is going to be a clash not soon forgotten, but at least for tonight, Quantum in the corner of Cam Harris. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer, as the old saying goes. Well, it's already been a pretty good night for Cerberus, what with Harry Heaton and Pierre Thompson earning that shot at the World Tag Team Championship at the top of the show. Could only get better if Bryan Dynamic scores a win against the global champion. And I've been saying all night how this has the potential to be a match of the year candidate. That's no hyperbole. Knowing these two men. And there, of course, is that snake, Pat LaFave, who I will give him credit where it's due, has put together quite the collection of competitors under his umbrella. Bryan Dynamic, the anomaly, someone who I call the total package on more than one occasion. Undoubtedly one day a world champion. But obviously Pat LaFave saw that. Bryan Dynamic, Cam Harris, non-title matchup, but our main event, I should get a sip of my dub before this one kicks off, I got a feeling. Delicious. Referee rings the bell, we get it on immediately. Quantum in his Hawaiian shirt, watching from ringside, I'm sure. I'll be sad if Quantum does not bring these cargo shorts to Absolution. We're not going to be in San Juan after all. It's going to be hot down there, baby. It's going to be hotter in that ring at Absolution. Cam Harris tries for that running neck breaker out of the corner. Dynamic. Oh. Counter of the Irish whip. Dynamic hanging on. Quantum already looking to get busy up on the apron. Hang on now. up is Cam Harris for a knee. Right to the face. An insult to injury here by the global champion as he pushes Dynamic's face down into the floor. Damn, ref already up to a count of 5. Throw Dynamic back into the ring as Harris. Been a great global champion so far in his second reign. 2 successful retentions. Will he make it 3 at Absolution? Homage to Josh Wolf there. Follows up with a leg drop brother into the pin. Kick out at 1. Cam Harris going to try again, getting a little bit dirty with it. The referee's going to see it though and admonish our global champion. Tell him he better check himself. Last thing Harris needs to suffer a loss en route. The Absolution, surprising clean break here between these two as they go back into the collar elbow tie-up now. Harris going to overpower Dynamic, push him into the corner. Will we get another clean break? No! Harris takes the cheap shot and a kick to the gut. Now an Irish whip off the ropes. Hang on, ducks down, double down! Oh, hang on, guys. Pat LaFave looks like he's going to try to get into the ring here, but Quantum's going to cut him off. Quantum and Pat LaFave face to face, but the ref says this is not the time nor the place. Pat LaFave too. Pat LaFave is out of here. So is Quantum, both ejected. And it looks like our main event going to continue uninterrupted. Immediately Famouser. Into the pin. 1, 2, what a kick out. Harris, as the referee fixes that top turnbuckle cover, which I believe Pat LaFave took off on his way out. Tries for the jackpot, but Dynamics gets himself out of it. How about this military press counter going to a roll-up? Harris going to try to sneak out the back door with it. Counter no. Into a pin of his own. Sends it back. Kick out by Dynamic. Next episode of Shockwave, my friends, will be, of course, the go-home edition before we journey to San Juan, Puerto Rico for a huge weekend. Not only our annual all-women event for Austin, but, of course, Absolution as well. The first roadblock on the way to Ascendance 14. We're already gearing up for a big episode. Shockwave number 173, not only we know Cerberus will challenge Carlos Corvo and Joey Bacon for the World Tag Team Championship. I'm also being told that in the main event, Jason Payne and Diamante will go one-on-one in a non-title matchup. After what we saw Jason Payne do to poor Eddie Balls earlier, if I were Diamante, I might tender my resignation. Bryan Dynamic TKO! Into the pin. Is it going to be enough? What a win this would be for Dynamic. He's got a run. Excuse me, pardon? Run that back. Harris going to get himself up. Well, I guess Quantum did his job at neutralizing the threat of Pat LaFave at ringside, giving Cam Harris this chance to take out Bryan Dynamic unedited. To the top goes Harris. Looking for a three-pointer. Nothing but net. Destino! Uno, dos, tres, Cam Harris does it again. I truly believe Cam Harris has never been better in his entire CMV career. This is a man who feels though he is destined to walk into Ascendance 14 as global champion. But there's a man standing in his way. That man is Quantum, an Absolution Quantum, Cam Harris, for the global championship. As Harris tastes yet another victory here tonight. Thanks in part to Quantum helping him out.